have to redo the intro because that I have the music. It just stops so fast. All right. I'm welcome to Three and Out with Jason and Kevin. I'm Jason. That's not Kevin. That's if you've listened, watched the show before, you've heard the music that not only our show have, but that our show has, but that the Orange and Black Insider has. That was done by this guy right here, Alex Barrow, who also goes by Blex Arrow. Alex, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Feeling pretty good. Thanks for the music thing. It's a hobby, and
Yeah,
you're making it a little bit more than one, so it's been fun.
good. Happy to help. Yeah, Alex does all the music for us. He's a big football guy. Alex played at Ohio State, 04 to 07, something like that.
Something getting
Something like
farther
that.
and farther away. So yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. But he's going to co-host. Kevin is on vacation, and he also came down. I'm not going to, it's not my job to disclose Kevin's medical history, but he came down with a disease that I was pretty sure was eradicated in the 1700s. So you can guess what it is. It's not the Black Death. Anyway, so there's really nothing to talk about again, so we are going to rate Joe Burrow's outfits, and we're going to rate them in different categories of whether we could pull them off. That's the top one. We would look great in this outfit. And then the bottom is someone will light us on fire if they see us dressed like that in public. Before we get to that, though, I just want to mention that we are brought to you by CincyJungle.com, SB Nation Cincinnati Bengals site. We are also streaming on Orange and Black Insider. Follow and like on YouTube and anywhere where you stream podcasts. There's not just our show. There's the Orange and Black Insider. There's a lot of great shows on the Orange and Black Insider. So check them all out. And I also wanted to point out I'm wearing the Ellie De La Cruz headband that I got from Bengals and Bourbon on Twitter. So go over if you want one. That's where I got it. Bengals and Bourbon. Anyway. All right, so let's get this started. All right, Alex, I'm going to go first with how I could handle these outfits. Okay, I'm going to need you to you'll have to tell me what you think too. So here we go. Okay. All right, so first things first, we're going to go with this guy right here. This is like a gray furish look. I know it's not fur; it's whatever. With the black turtleneck and like the big Nike diamond thing. I couldn't wear that. There's no way I could wear that. All these outfits, he looks great in. I'm going to say that first. I don't think it's so bad that people would light me on fire if they saw me dressed like that in public. But I will say that I will look like a total fool if I wore this out. Right? Not everyone can pull that look off. The turtleneck in general, I don't think everyone can pull off. What do you think about turtlenecks? Do you wear turtlenecks?
First of all, he does look great in all this stuff. Turtlenecks, yeah. I'm a double plus type of guy. I'm sure this was in the, but I would myself be in hell if I wore this. So that's
okay.
I would be so hot, so sweaty.
Yeah, I know.
At all times, but he does look great for him. But yep. Yeah, I'm not pulling this one off.
Okay. All right. So are you in the same category there that you would look like a fool if you wore that in public?
I'm going to go people set me on fire.
Oh, no.
I'd be sweating so much that you see like I'm so he's got to get up out of here.
Okay. I get it. If you're making everyone wet, if you're getting everyone wet from sweat, then I get it. Yeah. But if you're so wet from sweating that much, you might be fireproof at that point. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. All right.
I just have a problem.
There you go. So this one, I'm not sure when this is from. He's just wearing a suit. I can pull off a suit. Just a nice, normal gray suit, right? I can do that. Yeah. I could wear that. I'd look great. I wouldn't look this great because I'm not built like that. I got more of a pear kind of thing going on. But yeah, I could pull that off. I feel like you could say the same thing, right?
I'd say I'm not a suit guy. I don't like the tie too much. I'd be a little self-conscious off of that. I'd feel like I'd be looking okay, but I for a lot of these apparently, I didn't know how I'd come at this, but I think I'd personally be feeling not quite perfect in that one. So I'd tip it just below, especially as I look ahead at some of the others. I would.
Okay, so you'd be a little self-conscious.
A little self-conscious. Okay. That's just me. That's just me. Okay. But yeah, you would definitely just.
Well, thank you. All right. So then we go next. This is like the Christmas thing. I think this is fun. I wouldn't wear like if I'm going to Kroger, I'm not going to wear that. You know what I mean? Because it would look weird. I don't. I would never. So I'm going to say I'd wear it to a Halloween party. Like I'm throwing this together. I'm going to be whatever.
Yep,
Joe Burrow as Santa Claus. You know what I mean? That's where I'd be. I might wear it to a Halloween party. How do you feel?
I'm right there with you. It could work two ways. Party, the Halloween party, you're good either way. So that I'm definitely agreeing there.
Okay. All right. Good deal. And then we come to this flower jacket, right? I don't know. I don't know if people would light me on fire, but I think that they would notice me. It's anything with bright colors draws the attention, so that's why I wear like black and gray exclusively. But yeah, with the bright colors, I think everyone noticed me. I would look like a total fool if I wore that jacket. I feel like you could pull that one off.
See, this is up above the suit for me. This is in the. I think I'd be looking pretty.
Yeah,
I just need a bigger jacket. I like the bright colors. I think he's looking good there. I think I could pull that one off.
All right, so you'd be up there. Yeah, I'd look great. I like it.
I think I would. I'd feel confident in that one.
Good. All right. Well, here's the most recent one, and this is going to be the first one that I'd say I'd be lit on fire. This is from a party. Everyone was dressed in white. I forget the guy's name, but I think he's the owner of Fanatics. But I mean, Jay-Z, Beyonce, a bunch of different athletes, musicians. Were there? Joe Burrow is the only guy in Cincinnati, as far as I'm concerned, that is cool enough to rub elbows with Jay-Z and Beyonce. You know what I mean? To be in the same room with those guys. But that's the first time I'm going to say that if someone saw me out wearing like a fishnet white short sleeve button up with like fishnet, they're going to light me on fire 100% of the time, all the time. I don't know. How do you feel about that one?
Yeah, I'm right there. Comfort tip, he's looking pretty comfortable right there. It's looking like it's mesh. It's good, but that's revealing for me. So yeah, I'm gonna put it down there in that bottom tier right there with you.
Yeah. And then we go to this one. I think this is the other one. It's not so. The suit is good. It's like a. By the way, for those of you listening and not able to watch on YouTube, I'm sorry, because this is very much a visual thing, and we'll get into some other stuff later. But this is it's like a black and white kind of striped, not like zebra stripe, just like random stripe blazer with the white, or not the white, like the black Cam Newton hat. You know what I mean? I couldn't wear that.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, the top hat. Yeah, it's not like an Abraham Lincoln hat, but it's close enough to it. I don't know. Do you think you could handle that one? The hat would just be absolute. That would be the last thing for me. I couldn't do it.
No, it's no. This is fire. People would light me on fire. They'd think I'd be Cam Newton walking around. They get confused. I was in Cincinnati, steak, that kind of a thing. It can't happen. So no, that's not happening.
Yeah, it's that one's, and you know what? But it looks fine on him. He looks good, right?
He looks great. He looks great. He's got the he can do it.
Yeah, and I think that I think a lot of it is like, if you carry yourself confidently, you can wear anything. I can walk with my chest out and my chin up as much as I want, and I cannot wear that. Can't pull it off. No way, no how. All right, moving on to this red, looks like velvet blazer, maybe. I think I would look like a total fool if I wore that. It looks, you know what? I'm going to move that up. I might wear it to a Halloween party. I don't know what costume that would be, but it's just a white T-shirt looking under a red blazer. I think that I could maybe pull it off. I wouldn't do it just on everyday dress. I'd do like a Halloween party. I'm dressing up specifically for this. What do you think?
I'm right there with you. It's not something I would consider doing, but he's pulling it off. Don't know if I'm pulling it off in the same way.
Yeah.
But hey, situation, everyone come as Joe Burrow. That was the last one left, or one.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you know, like we saw on Twitter, it was maybe last year or the year before, a bunch of guys on a bachelor party went to a football game in which starting quarterback he used to play, I'm totally blanking on the name. He used to play Fitzpatrick. Okay. And he's played for like every team in the NFL, and every single guy was wearing a different Ryan Fitzpatrick jersey. This would be like, oh, I'm going to a bachelor party. Everyone's going to wear a different Joe Burrow outfit. I would be scrambling to grab a suit as fast as I could because I can't wear this other stuff. All right. So that brings us to just this. It's a nice casual beanie, open shirt. I think I'd look good in that. I think most guys will look good in that. He looks especially good in that, but I think I can handle that. What do you think?
Yep. Standard fall fit, looking good. Got the jacket, got the J's on.
Yep.
Everyone's looking good in that one.
Yep. All right, and that brings us to this like lime green gator skin looking suit that, again, he looks great, but if I wore this out in public, I'm going to get attacked. I can't do it. What do you think you can pull that one off?
No.
Or are you down? Is it this far?
That's an easy one. That's down there at the bottom. Yeah,
okay.
That's an easy.
Okay. Now, I don't know if everyone at home is going to be able to see this one. It looks like a suit, but it's actually like it's got like a plaid design on it. And because of that, I would be very self-conscious wearing it. I don't know why. It just draws attention. You know what I mean? So I'm going to put this one here. What do you think?
That one's it's a nice suit. That's a good in the same area, and that's second to the top tier. It's got the nice watch on and every style, and I think that's a pretty good one.
Okay. All right. So you can pull that one off. All right. I think you pulled that one off. All right. And then we go to, I think it's Care Bears. It's like a pink jean jacket with maybe a Care Bear on the inside on like a t-shirt underneath. And I'm going to say I would look like a fool if I wore that. I think you could pull that one off, though. I do. What do you think? Would you wear that in public?
I'd rock it. I'd be a little self-conscious, but I'd feel okay about it. Okay. In that category.
Okay. And then we come to his Heisman suit. I'm going to say, yeah, I can wear the suit. Again, it's not going to look good on me like it does on him because I am unfortunately shaped like a pear. But I think, a good suit, a well-tailored suit is like, I would assume a well-tailored suit is like the men's version of lingerie, maybe. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That just came out of my mouth. It's weird that I said that to my brother-in-law, but whatever.
Hey, Joe Burrow's got you thinking all kinds of ways.
There you go. Joe Burrow's got me all kind of confused. But I think I could pull that one off. And then the last one is this suit that is a pattern made out of like flowers. And people, if they saw me dressed like this, they would light me on fire. So I don't know. What do you think about that last one? Okay.
This one is anyone but him. Anyone but him.
There you
go. You're at the bottom tier. So
yeah. Okay, so I think what we've learned from this mainly is that Joe Burrow can wear anything and he can make it look cool. I'm assuming that he could walk in, like sweatpants have really come back in style. There was a period of time in like high school, I think, maybe, where sweatpants were, you don't get caught dead wearing sweatpants. And now they're cool as long as they're like a certain kind of sweatpant. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He could wear like the not cool sweatpants and still be very cool wearing them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Those are the sweatpants that I don't leave my house in. Those are the sweatpants I don't leave my bedroom in. You know what I mean? But he can just
the work from home specials. That's
exactly
what I have there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The work from home special. Pair of t-shirts and shorts. That's exactly what I wear. But yeah, so Joe Burrow can make anything look cool, and I cannot. And I seem to that you and I are kind of you believe you're in the same boat in general as me.
We are the not of the top tier, not the cool kids at the party, but hey, he's inspiring a lot of people in Cincinnati to step their game up and everything. Yep. So it'll be really fun to see what he comes out with now that we're going to be on TV everywhere next year. It's going to be fun.
I know it is going to be fun. All right, moving on. We're just going to talk about a couple quick Bengals topics, and then we're going to get going. There's really nothing, like I said, there's nothing really going on right now. Camp's coming up here in, let's see, like a week and a half. So there'll be more then. I just have a couple questions for you. Joe Burrow hasn't signed his extension yet. Okay. That's coming. It should be coming. A lot of times these are done in training camp. So I'm hoping that we'll see something, that keeps him here in the long term. I would assume that you would agree that whatever he wants, you're okay with the Bengals paying.
Yes,
right.
Definitely.
Okay. So here comes the question then, is you have a lot of guys entering free agency this year. You have T. Higgins, who's entering the last year of his contract. You have Logan Wilson entering the last year of his contract. DJ Reader, Tyler Boyd. Those are the big headliners, for guys who are entering the final year of their contracts. There's only one franchise tag. I want you to tell me who you think is the most important of those four. If there's only enough money to re-sign to an extension, to a long-term deal, one guy, which of those guys do you think is most important?
Is it Higgins, Wilson, Reader, and whom?
Boyd.
I think out of those four, important to make sure that we have Reader.
Okay.
And as there's a premium on defensive linemen in this league, especially interior defensive linemen. Well, not especially, how interior defensive linemen, and in the AFC North, when it gets cold and everything, guy that can stop the run when it gets down to crunch time in November. So I think that's important. Same with Logan Wilson, T. Higgins. They have to get him wrapped up as well.
Right.
But Boyd, for sure, I think just the position of the offense has been the offense, I would say.
Okay. So I just want to make sure I got this right. So your ranking them would be Reader 1, Higgins 2, Wilson 3, and Boyd 4.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's how I personally believe that Reader is the linchpin of the front seven, and now he's going to be 29 or 30 at the beginning of the season, but he's played at such a high level. The Bengals have this thing with signing 30-year-olds, very similar to Leonardo DiCaprio dating 30-year-olds. But they don't want to do it. But I think that Reader should be an exception. Maybe I'm not saying sign him like a 5-year deal. It's a 2-year extension, I think is plenty. And then I think that would enable you to possibly tag Higgins for another year. Maybe tag Higgins for another year if you can't afford both of them. But the only reason Logan Wilson isn't higher on the list is I think the position, the value of the position is higher at the interior defensive line than it is at linebacker. Is that what you think?
Right. Agreed. Leader of the defense and everything, player, but it's just positional value at that point.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So it's Reader. Now, I did read an article today from The Athletic that insinuated that Chase benefits more from Higgins than Higgins benefits from Chase. Okay. I guess, and stats you can kind of twist stats to show anything that you want. And it did come out and say that Chase is the better weapon because of his familiarity with Burrow, like their familiarity with each other, and his explosiveness and what he can do after the catch are some things that Higgins cannot do. But it basically said that in games that Higgins didn't play, Chase struggled more than Higgins struggled. Higgins actually excelled. He actually played better when Chase wasn't in. Does that change your opinion at all? Or do you still think it's Reader 100%?
No, it doesn't change my opinion. I would still say Reader for sure.
Okay.
I just think it's so essential in this division to keep your defense stout. Yeah. And like you said, franchise tag with Higgins, keep that core for this window. So yeah, I would keep my decision the same.
Okay, cool. So having said that, let's say this year is the last year that everyone's going to be together, which I think is the window is going to be open for Burrow's career. I do believe that the window will be open for his entire career. But this year the window's open, the front door's open, back door's open, the walls have all been knocked down. This is the year that it's designed for them. You know what I mean? The entire core of the team is together from top to bottom. What's your record prediction this year?
I know that we like to go over here in the summer sometimes and go through the schedule.
I know.
Out each game and analyze it, but just based on talent, based on where the rest of the is, it's I don't know, at least 12, 13 games. That's okay. What I'm thinking would be a successful season for the Bengals this year, with all the expectations, all the talent coming back.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just great offseason, adding Orlando Brown, having a great draft. So that's what I would expect.
All right. I think it's a floor. To take injuries out of the mix. I think it's a floor of 12, and I think it's a ceiling of 16, 17 wins. I really do. I think that this team is talented enough to possibly go undefeated. All right. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but, it'd be cool if it did. All right.
We need.
So, like I said, there's really not much to talk about. We're going to go to a commercial break real quick, and then we're going to come back and we'll kind of wrap things up. It's been a short and sweet show, and we'll be right back.
Eastgate Smiles Dental Care is a warm and welcoming environment where expertise and customer service come together. As a local business, they love helping their fellow Cincinnatians manage their oral health and achieve a perfect smile. They pair the latest technology with years of experience to give you a smile worth showing off. They are dedicated to quality and convenience and can even perform dental crown procedures the same day in most cases. You like your smile, but they are here to help you love it. They personalize your care and match your needs. Call them today at 513-528-1150 to learn what they can do for your pearly whites.
Welcome back. If you, this is a podcast, this isn't live radio, you can rewind it and watch it. So there's really no point in recapping what we did. So just to wrap up the show, we agree that we cannot dress like Joe Burrow, and that if we try, it's possible that we could get attacked in the street. We also agree that DJ Reader is extremely important, and that the Bengals have a possible chance to win, 12 to 17 games in the regular season, which is super exciting. How great would it be to win 20? To pull off win all 17, win the divisional round, win the AFC Championship at home, and then go win the Super Bowl. That would be, if they did that. All right, you're a Bengals fan. I'm a lifelong Bengals fan. What would you say? When did you say you start rooting? I know you're from Columbus. Where would you say you started rooting for the Bengals?
I started paying attention when I moved down here. They still weren't too great, maybe 2012 and I kind of started paying attention around when they started making their playoff runs and busy runs with the Steelers and everything. I started watching a little bit more and becoming more of a fan. So that's what I would say, around 15, something like that.
Okay. Now, if they won the Super Bowl and went undefeated, okay, 1 year where it's the Bengals and the Dolphins are the only teams that did it, but that's all they did. They never won another Super Bowl. Would you be satisfied with that or no?
You got to be satisfied. I think you do, because it's so there. There's franchises that never won one, and the way things go. So if you win one in a spectacular fashion, you just got to cherish it.
Yep, I agree. All right. So again, we're on Orange and Black Insider on YouTube. Go subscribe, follow. There's a lot of great content on there. It's not just 3 and Out. There's the Orange and Black Insider. There's a lot of different shows on there. And then follow us wherever you catch your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, whatever. It's blasted all over the place. Go to CincyJungle.com, SB Nation Cincinnati Bengals site. And if your teeth are hurting, go to Eastgate Smiles Dental Care. Check them out. Yeah, they'll help you out. Alex, you have anything else to say?
Yep. Hang on. If you like the intro music, to other Cincy Jungle things, check me out. Arrow at Blex Arrow on the social media, on Spotify, all the platforms. Music whenever I get time to make it and my kids aren't trying to break my stuff. So
there you go. Yeah. So just like Russell Crowe, making music, what is it? It's from South Park. I'm sure I'm going over a lot of people's heads because it's old South Park. But he says something like making movies, because he used to be in a band, like a bad band. He'd go making movies, making songs, and fighting around the world. All right. With that, we're going to let everyone go. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you very much, Alex, for joining me tonight. And we'll catch you next week. Hoo-day.
Hoo-day.
great.